The saying goes, there's a first time for everything. And for Russell Wilson, today's his first game ever at U.S. Bank Stadium. Will the Vikings give him a rude introduction? Find out next on EA Sports.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Wilson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
On third down, Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. That one good for 24 yards. They'll run on first down. Carson finds a seam inside the 40. Fighting his way through contact. And all the way down to the 12. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And the final tally, as told by Next Gen Stats, he hit 21.5 miles per hour. Whoa. On second down now, it's Carson. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On third and 1, Wilson. Touchdown, Seahawks. Gerald Everett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, so get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10 at their own 18. Off the play fake, Cousins. He'll buy some time right. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
The numbers a week ago for Cook. 16 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Not a lot of... Running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. It looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Room to run inside the 40 and down to the 28-yard line.
Let's go, fellas.
27 yards there, a first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And out of bounds right around the 20.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging.
Now Carson fumbles the football.
Chris Carson on the carry.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
That catch good for only a couple.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Second down and goal. Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On third and goal, Wilson dumps this one off to Chris Carson. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Myers' kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Kenetuagu now out of his end zone. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Here's 2nd and 10. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest at first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
They go play action. Cousins. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down, it's Cook. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They'll try to throw now. Cousins swinging this out wide here for Cook. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. Cousins gives way to Cook and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Cousins. Flushed out right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Joseph's got it. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. Stopped up shy of the 45 despite some pretty powerful running. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 57 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Boy, that one was well-read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And now out comes Minnesota. And in a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
A first down throw for Cousins. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down. Here's Cousins. A good pickup there. 20. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. Going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man...
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. To throw, Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson. Final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Let's go, baby.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Play action now. Cousins. Going for Jefferson downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Hey, what's the ball? What's the ball? Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. You gonna get this boy?
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime mix had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A third down gain of 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So a a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw is Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's third down. Throwing is Cousins. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and goal, Cousins. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's how we do it.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Okay, just like that.
Here's Cousins. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now a give, right side. Carson. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
74 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This is Carson. Able to slither by, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. He's got it. Touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Seahawks look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, it's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins looking long for Westbrook. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't fall. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson,
92 yards.
And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And, CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Cousins will try and throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20. Boy, that got pretty close to disaster. Going for 2, you cough it up. They almost returned it all the way to the other end for 2 for themselves.
You think a lecture on ball security is in order here? Because and it's not just taking care of it, it's what you just talked about. What can result when you don't take care of it? They almost gave up a score.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive? Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
And when you think of the Vikings, you think of a team that brings a lot of pressure to the quarterback, but a surprise in 2020, only 23 sacks as a unit last year. So they're in need of bigger production from their pass rush in 2021. Remember, last year's numbers, they were in the bottom 5 in the NFL. No way they want a repeat of that.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Running on 1st down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, 2nd down.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there.
Still 3rd down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Cousins sliding out of the pocket. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
15 yards there on the catch and run. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
I know you felt that.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And they'll get him down right about the 20.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. On first down, it's Carson and whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run again with Carson. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
One last shot now for Cousins. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play.
After 15 years with the Vikings, Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski knows all about Minnesota. But can he beat them? We'll find out next on EA Sports.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, and here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. And for the first time, here comes the Cleveland Browns offense, quarterbacked by Baker Mayfield, fourth-year man from Oklahoma.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdowns.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Josh Allen. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Fights off the defender. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. Third and long.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Peterson. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. To throw again on second down. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. There he goes inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Cousins again. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 21 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown. Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. A loss of
a yard, and it brings up fourth. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there.
Play fake. Cousins. But it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. 7 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Nick Chubb saw his role kind of diminish in the passing game last year. His receptions went down from 36 to just 16, but let's be fair about this. He missed some time with a knee injury, and he also had Kareem Hunt in the backfield, who absorbed a lot of catches along the way. He's more than capable of adding to their passing game.
They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Mayfield throwing complete there to Hooper. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland 1st.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And it's 3rd down. Now Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try to mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Mayfield now. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And bulldozing his way through. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mayfield off the play fake. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 21 yards there on 3rd down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Mayfield looks to throw. Swings this out for Hunt. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better, 2 weeks in a row? You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense.
Touchdown, Browns! Odell Beckham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. After the sack on first down, Cousins going for Jefferson downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Jefferson downfield. And it's 3rd down. Unable to... And he works free. And now the juke. And he will bring this all... Back out to midfield. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Mayfield. His throw incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. To throw, Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Going for Jefferson downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
They're going for Jefferson downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
They'll throw again. Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. On third down, Cousins. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball, and he could not hang on. Second down coming up. Cook now off the read option.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Throwing, Cousins.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
They were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Second and 10.
From the gun, here's Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And the third interception thrown by Cousins.
Troy Hill picks it. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. Touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield, and this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Jarvis Landry now in his 4th year with Cleveland, a 5-time Pro Bowler. No one plays harder in the league, and he's only missed 1 game in 7 years. He does what he always does, makes a nice catch there.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. But it's going to be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. But now it's 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Cousins now from the 50. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Cousins again. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Cousins now to throw on first down. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Cousins eluding the pressure right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. To throw on 2nd and 10, Cousins flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
Play action now. Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Joseph's got it. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So a response there to the touchdown, the opening drive of this third quarter, as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And some room to run now. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and he is going to lose yardage here.
Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. 2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. On first down, it's Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And Viking fans always remember that Kyle Rudolph held down the tight end position for the better part of a decade. But Irv Smith was drafted in the 2nd round in 2019 as his eventual replacement. And that time is now. A first down catch there for Smith.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Mayfield on play action. Sideline throw, that's caught by Landry. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Josh Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield going to throw right side here, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Again, he's got that man Landry. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And he completes it to Westbrook. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd down at the 16-yard line.
Throwing is Cousins. Rumbling past the 30. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now Cousins. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Cousins. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. .39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about the 4 in a game.
162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Jedrick Wills, former 1st-round pick, guilty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Mayfield. And that one complete once again to Higgins. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 48 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here's Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
42-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
Cousins to throw. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Now Cousins. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Look at the big man rumble. 30, past the 20, 10, 5. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Cleveland, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.